Russia is planning to go back to the moon with a nice little lunar orbit trajectory, and they are planning a simulated mission right now, Kevin. This is Space News. What's up, everybody? We are back after a long hiatus, and unfortunately we're back for basically the finale of our series. It's kind of sad, but we have some interesting news for you.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. It's so interesting that there is going to be an extended version of this video in some form, probably not a video, maybe just audio clip that you'll have access to. But for now, we're just going to give you the highlights. Russia is planning a lunar mission. Kevin, lunar mission.
Yes. But first, they need to do simulations.
Yes.
To gain as much knowledge about the human body's reaction to confined spaces for long periods of time.
In particular, they want to study how women's bodies are affected in confined spaces. 6 women, to be exact.
So, this is the Russian Academy of Science, their Institute of Biomedical Problems in Moscow. They had previously done the Mars 500 isolation mission.
That was to prepare to see how people would survive 500 days together.
So, the Moon 2015 test is an 8-day long test where they seal 6 women specialists, so doctors, medical specialists, in this confined space, see how their immune systems react to that confined space, because they believe that the immune system reacts, like it knows like what kind of space you're living in.
Right. And so one of the reasons why they've picked women is because we don't have a lot of data points for women in space. Like there are plenty of female astronauts, but the confined spaces are something that we haven't had a lot of experience with lately, because the International Space Station is kind of spacious, and the space shuttle is not as confined, and also you don't have as large of a crew. So it's very fascinating to see how this is going to turn out.
So an interesting thing is that this crew would have a dedicated chief medical officer, which normally isn't there. Normally they all have some kind of basic medical and medic training.
Right.
Actually having a doctor on staff in the test with you, she would be able to take information a whole lot more accurately than someone with just basic medic training.
And if something went wrong, she'd be able to help, like you said, with better medical training. And this is also kind of like a prequel to, if you were going on a Mars mission, you'd want to bring medical personnel, because that's a long mission. So the 8 days is kind of this nice little round trip around the moon, which Russia is hoping to do sometime between 2016 and 2025. They don't have a vehicle yet, really, that can
haven't heard much about that.
That can hold enough. They can hold 6 people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of another thing. But this whole test will take place this October and run in the beginning of November. So while we might not have a new video around that time, we'll try and fill out our blog with some information about how that turns out.
Or some sort of podcast with some guests.
Yeah, we definitely want to talk more about this, because this is very fascinating, especially in context with the Mars 500 mission. You should try and find some information about that. We'll have some links in the description below. But also, please feel free to comment about this. What are your thoughts? What are you interested in about this type of thing? Is this something that would you participate in? 8 days doesn't seem like a long time, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a long time.
It's a road trip. But it is the confined spaces part is what is like the big feature here. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. But thank you for watching.
Thanks.
We'll have one more video where we give you an actual thank you and send off for supporting us thus far. But for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you out there.
See ya. Thanks for watching. Like and comment below so we know what kind of content you guys like and want more of. If you want to help support the show, follow the link in the descriptions to buy cool swag related to our show. Thanks.